When it comes to Bethesda, you can't really point to a game from them and say, yeah, that's bad. There are no bad Bethesda games. There are only games that aren't as good as the others. Hence why you can still find some enjoyment in the older Elder Scrolls games, but they don't compare to Skyrim, vanilla or modded. But one thing that I see all the time, no matter who I talk to, which is better, Fallout 3 or New Vegas? Hold on. While both games are cool, sure, there are some things that separate the two. Let's dive into the pros and cons of each game. Starting with the pros for Fallout 3. Story in Bethesda games has been average at worst, and Fallout 3's has a fairly decent one, but it does take a while to get the ball rolling. That said, the opening hour. As far as I know, 3 was the first game to have you actually start out in a vault, as a vault dweller. So this is a pretty big step in order to get people interested into this new post-apocalyptic future, because you had to bring some sort of new technology on the table. Fallout 3 delivered on that. The technology aspect of the vault is done very well. How about outside the vault? Well, Bethesda nailed the part of old wasteland nuclear apocalypse. It feels extremely open, while not quite on the same level as Skyrim. So how about the pros for New Vegas? The hub world, New Vegas, is a beauty to look at. All the vibrant colors is a nice break from the bleak and often repeated textures of the wasteland. Where New Vegas also has the hardcore mode for expert players, otherwise known as literally anyone but me. Even when not on hardcore mode, New Vegas is certainly a challenging game. Within the first hour of playing, I died precisely a fuck ton. The amount of weapons and the way you can edit them also increase with New Vegas, but I believe that's where the pros run out. I can go into the stuff I miss, but it's very minute details. Just know that the weapon system for both games is awesome, the starter perks for New Vegas rock, and the soundtracks for both are bountiful. Both games share the same sort of problems. As stated before, the textures of the wasteland can make the game start feeling very samey, especially when your world is full of way too much nothing. With games like Skyrim, there are caves and shrines and things that reward you for exploration. While that's certainly prevalent in 3 and New Vegas, it's not nearly as common. I know what you're thinking, right? Skyrim came out after Fallout did, so you should realize that they may not have the same design show. Yeah, I get it. But if you're going to make an open world game, you need to pack it with things to do. Maybe it's just the fact that everything is so far spaced apart, and I'm used to Skyrim having dungeons and shrines and caves and houses within a short jog away. Another thing that irks me is how long it takes both games to turn down the difficulty. I played on easy on both games and still died. Maybe that's just because I suck, but it felt like the entire world was conspiring against me. So, that begs the question, which game is better? If we go strictly by gameplay and graphics, New Vegas by a long shot. The reason I picked New Vegas over 3 for gameplay is how strictly limited you are with VATS. I find it a lot easier to aim in New Vegas, but it may be down to a preference thing. If we go by story, 3 by a slight amount, just because of how much it actually pays attention to the minute details. Overall scores, Fallout New Vegas scores a 7 out of 10. Fallout 3 scores a 7 out of 10 as well. Both great games appealing to different people within the RPG genre. You shouldn't compare them just based off the fact that they are from the same series. They can be great in their own right. And with that, SFnS comes to a close.